I'm somewhere in the middle, try to find myself again. But life is one big riddle of the future and what's been. Guess it's the way it goes, and I will never know why you let me go. Look to the left, look to the right, nothing can stop me in the night, like I am leaving all the bad stuff and trying to remain so strong. I know it's good if I...
What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Haley and I'm so glad that you're here. I do lots of cleaning motivation videos. I'm a new mom, I have an 8-month-old, and so we're just figuring things out as a new mom, cleaning, and my kitchen had gotten out of control. It was just not very organized. Honestly, when we moved in, I didn't really think about the placement of where things were, so I really needed to just do some rearranging, and I want to continue to do some rearranging, and I'm going to talk about it as we go through this video. But I really just wanted to go through and wipe down the cabinets that needed it and just kind of reorganize where needed, and that way I could just have a clean kitchen. But yeah, like I said, we're going to be tackling a few different spaces. This first place is our like cabinet where we had all of our cups, and it had some of our bowls, and then it just had like random things like our medicine, sunscreen, stuff like that. And we don't have a ton of storage, and so I do want to use these cabinets for like our sunscreens and medicines and stuff. It just needed a better purpose, and so what I'm doing today is I'm actually changing where the cups are. I'm going to move them where my plates are, and you'll see me do that in just a minute. But I decided I wanted all the plates and bowls to be all together and then the cups in one place. And originally, I don't even know why I decided to do all the cups in this area, but do just one set of bowls by themselves. It didn't really make sense. I don't know why I ever did that, but it drove me crazy, and I finally just decided, okay, today is the day. We're going to reorganize it. So that's what we're doing, and it's so much better. We're just still trying to get used to the whole transition, but it looks so much better, and I don't open up the door and like cringe every time. So that's the main thing. But the first thing I'm doing is just clearing it all out, because I wanted to make sure to wipe these down, just because I feel like you don't wipe these down that often. So I wanted to go ahead and do that, and then I went in and started filling the shelves. Okay, so now we're moving on into where I had all of my bowls and plates, and I'm just taking everything off there because I was like, I just want to clean slate in both of these, where I'm switching basically everything in them. And my utensils tray was totally in the way, but I had just washed that cast iron skillet, and we had like put olive oil on it. I can't remember like what it's called when you do that, but like you turn it on so that way it doesn't get all rusty. Like put it on the heat, and so my stove was hot, and so I was just letting it cool, so I just had it sitting there for a while just for it to cool off, so that was right in the way. But yeah, so now that I have both of the cabinets done, I'm just going ahead and wiping them down, wiping off the doors, because a lot of them had gotten gross, so they needed a good wipe down. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start filling the drawers. I mean, not the drawers, the cupboards the best that I can. I also had to adjust some of like the heights, just because it was used for like different things, and so I just needed a different height, and I think the way that it turned out worked great.
as friends. Do it again, do it again, do it again. I trusted you once, but I won't do that again.
Okay, so my thinking for the placement of this is that we use like our plastic plates more than our glass. So I wanted to put those up a little higher and then put our paper plates down low, because if like we're cutting tomatoes or something, we'll just cut out on our paper plate, just so it's ready to go. And then we don't really use the bowls that often, so I figured those can go up high and then the plates that we use more often can go down low. And then for the cups, I'm just kind of organizing them with like our glass, and then we go into our short plastic cups and then are like black ones, and that's kind of how I had it in the other drawer, so I figured that would be probably the easiest for us. And then on the second shelf, I also had to move it because it didn't fit, but I put all of our water bottles and like mugs, my smoothie cups, all that kind of stuff, and it looks a lot better.
Do it again, and we won't end up as friends. Do it again, do it again, do it again. I trusted you once, but I won't do that again.
Okay, so now I'm just going through all my medicines, seeing if there's anything that I don't actually need, and there was quite a few things that I didn't need and that I got rid of, just some like old prescriptions that I no longer was using, stuff like that, and I just kind of organized all in this bin. And then you're gonna see I don't have another bin that's exactly like this for like sunscreen, bug spray, all that kind of stuff, but I want to go to Walmart because that's where I got this one, and see if I can find one that is exactly like this, just because I'd rather have it be matching up above, and you'll see kind of where I put them, basically where they were before. So I want to try to get one that matches this one, and if I can't, then I'll probably just get two different baskets and use that in a different place, but I figured just kind of having it contained like this worked for now, and then I definitely am going to look the next time I'm at Walmart to get a container that matches, just so it looks nice and it's all contained, and if we need something we can just pull it down and it's really easy and accessible. So now I'm just going on into our like towels and washcloths, and this honestly wasn't too bad. It just needed to wipe down because it hadn't been wiped down in a while, so I'm just going ahead and doing that, and then we're going to move on into our like cabinet that's right next to it.
You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I want to be silly, baby, dance the night away. I'll kick my shoes off if I want. Let yourself be free, and maybe you will find that there is more to life than being pretty.
This cabinet wasn't too terrible. It just needed some good wiping down and then just a little bit of different organization, and I ended up adding a few things actually in here and just kind of rearranging it just to have it work better for us. And I think that the way it turned out is really good, and it's super functional for us, and that's really my goal, is making it functional so that way it can stay organized a lot easier, because when you get busy and you're just trying to get stuff done, if you know exactly where it goes, then it's easy to put it away. So that's my goal with that, and I think that it turned out good, especially for this being like an awkward shelf, because you can't really stick any, like you can stick stuff in like in the sides, but it's really like a really long shelf, like on the inside super deep, and so it's really awkward because you don't want to put stuff clear back there and not be able to get it. So trying to figure out something that was functional was kind of hard, but I think I figured out a good system for it.
Baby, kick your shoes off, don't hide it. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no gloves. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no gloves. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no gloves.
So now we're moving on into where the hot pads are, and it's right next to the stove. But what I'm kind of thinking is I want to kind of transition this drawer, into where my spices sit, and I want to like lay them all flat so that way we can see them, just because I feel like the cupboard that they're in, it's kind of hard to see them, and you'll kind of see what I mean. And I could get like one of those risers, but you're going to see my dilemma later on of why I want to kind of move this one, like the spices, into here, and then I'll have more space for more cabinets up there and like things I need to put in there. But my only thing is, where would I put the hot pads? I mean, I guess I could put them in the drawer, like where my like towels and like washcloths are, or do I stick them like kind of where my pans are and just kind of make a little container and just have like hot pads and stuff. So I'm trying to figure that out. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, because I'm going to be adding a baby section to my cabinets, and I'm trying to figure out the best place for that, because if I have it low, then if Waverly gets into it, most of the things, it'll be fine if she gets into them. And so I'm just trying to figure out where, and you'll see like where I can put them in a few different places. So you guys will have to let me know where I should put my hot pads and where I should put my like baby drawer. So this could be an option for it, and I could put like bowls and stuff up in the top. The only, like, I really don't care if she gets into like the plastic bowls, that's not a big deal. It's the few glass ones that we have. So I'm thinking probably no matter what, I'll have to move those glass bowls. But I have a few, I think I have a few extra shelves where like the cups are now, that I could put those there if I needed to. So I'm thinking that could be a possibility of where I could add it, or I could just put some more plastic bowls in that area, because if she gets into those, it's not the end of the world. It's not going to hurt her if it breaks or anything like that. So that's one of my options. And then you'll see as we do more where the other options can be. But now we're just going and cleaning out this junk drawer. I am terrible with like when I get paid, I'll just put my pay stubs in here. So a lot of it I couldn't show right in like the beginning, because a lot of it was that, and I didn't want to like share that. And so I just now I'm just kind of organizing it. It also is kind of a candy drawer. It's kind of a mixture of stuff. I should have just thrown away all this candy. We don't even eat it. It's like the randomness. So I really should throw it away, but I didn't today. But I pretty much kept the pens and everything the same. The only thing that I added to this drawer was I added my scissors, because you'll see where all of our other like knives and utensils are. It got really like full, and then when all the dishes were done, the knives would get stuck and it would make it so the door wouldn't open. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna move my scissors in here, because we kind of use those for everything. And then we have like our kitchen scissors that we really use for just meat and stuff like that in our knife set. So that's kind of what I did. And I kind of used the box from my gum, just because I had no containers. And when I had gone to the dollar store to just get some little containers, because I love their little containers for like these kind of things, they only accepted cash, and I didn't have any cash on me. So I was like, well, I guess I'm not doing that today. So I just use that for now. And when I go to the dollar store next, I'm gonna get some more of everything, because like for the dollar store, they have some pretty good containers that I really like. But now you're just gonna see me kind of organize this. I put all of like our other random steak knives into one area, and then I put like knives that don't have a cover, and then some that do have a cover, just so that way the one on the left doesn't get that full, because it always gets so full and it's terrible. But other than that, this drawer really is pretty functional, and it fits things really well. The only thing that I want to change is when I do get the little baby area, I want to move the spoons out and be able to put some more of like our can openers and stuff in that container. So now moving on into this drawer, and this is kind of like our miscellaneous random drawer. It has like our tinfoil, saran wrap, bags, and then just little bowls, measuring cups, stuff like that. And so it's really like not that bad. It's pretty organized and it works for us. So I'm kind of keeping that one the same, but this is my other option for, oh, I forgot I didn't share that because my camera died. So where our containers are, like storage bins, I'm thinking that that could be also a space for our baby drawer, because we do have some glass Tupperware, and so I think no matter what, I'm going to have to move those somewhere else. So I'm thinking if I maybe put all the baby stuff in there, then if she opens it, it's not that big of a deal. So I'm thinking I might move my containers and the one set of glass bowls and put them up there into where the spices are, move the spices down, probably keep one drawer, just like one shelf just for some of the spices that can't fit into that drawer, and then have the baby drawer down there. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that would be good? Like how soon will we really be able to like open up the drawers like that? That's what I'm kind of worried about, and her just smashing her fingers, because we have a lot more drawers than doors, I feel like, that she'll be able to open. So I'm just trying to figure it out. And so now moving on into underneath the stove. I haven't ever used underneath here, but I was like, I'm gonna use it because where our pans and cutting boards sit, it just got really full. So I decided to use all of my muffin tins and cooling racks and put them underneath the stove because we don't use those on a regular basis. And then I put all of our pans and cutting boards in here, and it looks so much better. I love the way it turns out. Hopefully it makes sense too what I was saying about the baby drawer and stuff. But yeah, so now I'm just doing this cabinet, and I really just wiped it down because I didn't really, wasn't able to really organize it. And for the most part, it stays like this. The only thing is like our baby section, which those will kind of be moved, and she's not really using any of those bottles or anything. So I just need to put a lot of that into storage for when we have another baby, if we need to use it. So yeah, kind of gonna transition those things once we have a baby section, which I need to do soon. And I'm thinking if I can do that, then maybe I can put her snacks in there, or I'm going to make a designated baby snack area in the pantry, because I'm going to be redoing my whole pantry, organizing it, because I just did not have time for that, or the fridge today. I was like, let's just tackle the cabinets and then we'll go from there. But that's how underneath the sink looks. It's definitely not perfect, but it looks a lot better than it did. And this is also our other junk drawer that's right by our door. Does anyone else have multiple junk drawers? I feel like we do. It's just how it is. So I'm just kind of organizing it the best I can, and it looks a lot better when it's done.
What if this doesn't go as planned? So you don't know what it means to be loyal and kind. I know that you're not blind. Tell me what is really on your mind. You know you're already accepted. To me, you're
Okay, so now we're just finishing up the spices. As you can see, it's really hard to see all of this stuff, but it works well for us. I just put all of the spices that we use on a regular basis in the very front, and the things that we use not as often in the back. But now I'm going to go through and show you the before and afters of how most of the cabinets turned out, and you're going to see quite a bit of difference in a lot of things, and just how much a little bit of organizing can help. And it doesn't take that much time, but doing it makes such a world of a difference. So I hope that this gives you motivation to tackle things that you need to tackle, whether that's just organizing a few small spaces that have just been driving you crazy, because I know for me, that's how it is. I'll sit and look at it and say, okay, I need to really organize this, and I never do it. So hopefully this gives you the motivation to get up and just start organizing, because once you start, I feel like it's a lot easier to continue. So hopefully you guys all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and leave me in the comments where I should put the baby drawer. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Look to the left, look to the right, nothing